Well, it must be an important video when I'm not in the car. But it's nice to have the artwork behind us for this video, isn't it? Particularly the Disney princesses. Does it get any better or more contextual than that when it comes to an SP video? So yeah, I thought I would talk briefly, or perhaps not briefly, about some of the SP issues that I often see. And of course, this relates to the upcoming course, which starts October 17th. I'll put the information below if you're interested in signing up. This is a 4-week course with me, held live on Zoom, so you get to interact with me, and it will be recorded if you can't make it live. But this will be an SP course unlike any other, for reasons that should be clear if you've watched my other SP videos. I'll put a link above to my other SP videos, and will also be made clear, with what we talked about in this video. So, I've been speaking to several people about SP stuff because of the upcoming course, and one common theme that we often see when it comes to manifesting a romantic relationship. When I say SP, specific person, special person, I mean it in the broad sense, okay? I mean, like, you want to get into a relationship, or you want to get into a healthy romantic relationship, and you are not in one right now. So the common theme I see there, and this is one thing we'll explore in the course in more depth, is people looking for techniques. And, to give you a silly example, I just looked at my comments, and that video I did the other day about how I manifested my SP. I'll put a link above to that video. Somebody commented, it's like, cool story, but I think we want to know the technique. And that is what we hear a lot. Is like, well, I'm going to use a technique to manifest my SP. What that commenter did not understand, and what a lot of people watching YouTube videos or going on Reddit or TikTok or wherever to find out about manifesting their SP, what they don't understand is there is no fucking technique. There's no fucking technique. We have to get real with ourselves. The technique is you. And I mean, if you want to get real deep, which is what we do with the SP thing, is the SP really is you, okay? But if we're looking at this from the more traditional angle of like, I want to manifest a romantic partner, you have to recognize no fucking technique is going to work for you because it's some special technique. You are going to work for you. And that's how you're going to manifest a romantic partner. You're going to do you, perhaps in a way you've never done you before, and a partner will be attracted to you because of you being you. Or perhaps you being your new self-concept, your new improved self-concept, your more self-loving, open, giving, generous self-concept will be very attractive to some people who you would like to have as a romantic partner, and your stars will be aligned because of that, and you will manifest each other. But there's no special fucking technique. There's not. You're the technique. Techniques are tools, or Caleb from the Golden Link, I'll link to his channel. He's one of the few SP type coaches I can think of who actually understands this stuff. He always says the technique's just a placebo to get you to believe that this is going to work. And I agree. So it's not the technique. It's you. It's changing your belief system, your self-concept that is going to make it work for you. Now, that does not mean you can't use these various wonderful techniques as tools. We always talk about this. And, one thing I want to talk about today, something that we often talk about, is affirming, or robotic affirming, as, Sammy Ingram has popularized the last couple of years. Robotic affirming is a terrific technique for some people, for a lot of people. I find it beneficial in my own life, and I've worked with many clients who find it beneficial for changing how you feel about something relatively quickly when you find that other techniques are not very effective in changing how you feel and how you imagine about a certain subject. By hammering home a statement over and over and over again, which is what robotic affirming entails, inevitably you change just kind of how you feel and think about the thing that you're stating over and over again. You're hammering it home. This is in line with what Emile Coué always talks about. But what I've seen with clients, particularly SP clients, when they're just using this technique and expecting that by robotically affirming they are going to manifest their ideal romantic partner, it usually doesn't work that well, or at least as quickly as they're hoping or expect, based upon all these success stories that they hear on YouTube and elsewhere about how I just robotically affirmed and my SP came to me within 3 days or 7 days or 2 weeks or a month or 2. That absolutely can happen. Don't get me wrong. But that is in the minority, the small minority of cases, and usually when an SP is manifested through robotic affirming relatively quickly, within a couple days or a week or 2, it's because the belief system has been altered to such a degree, the self-concept has been altered to such a degree that the SP can then show up. The SP is now attracted to them. So the robotic affirming in that case, and robotic affirming in general when we utilize it in this way, is the tool to change your self-concept, to change your belief system around the subject, in this case the SP. Now, this might not always be the case. There are outlier situations where you feel like your belief system's still the same, your self-concept's still the same. You just robotically affirm for a few days and your SP, you hear stuff, especially like your SP reaches out to you or something like that. That absolutely can happen just through robotic affirming. But what I'm talking about is your SP reaching out to you and it's like, this is fucking it, we're getting married, or like we're in a committed relationship, a committed ideal relationship. It's not just like, oh, let's text each other. I want to manifest a fucking text. If you just want to manifest a fucking text, don't take this SP course with me, please. If you want to meet an ideal partner, take this SP course. You'll have a higher chance of meeting an ideal partner. And more importantly, you'll learn how your real ideal partner, who you really want to meet, who you have to meet in some ways, is yourself. You meet that more self-loving, self-compassionate version of yourself, and you realize you're your own SP. And then an SP is likely to come into your life more easily. But even if they do not, you're still going to feel so much better because your self-concept will have improved. So robotic affirming, other wonderful techniques, SATs, the various techniques that Joseph Murphy talked about, that Neville talks about, these are great techniques. But they are just techniques, and it's not ultimately the technique that's going to do it for you. It's you that are going to do it for yourself. No one to change but self, as Neville likes to talk about. That's what SP work is about. That's what manifesting work is about, generally speaking. And yes, I do know also that there are instances where someone just robotically affirms for a couple days or 2 weeks and ends up, meeting their SP and it being an ideal relationship. That's great. That's awesome. But my point is that is the small minority of people trying to use robotic affirmations to manifest their SP. I mean, we have to get rational about this. This SP topic and this robotic affirming topic are very popular on social media. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are trying it. There obviously are going to be some unusual success stories, manifesting something out of thin air very quickly. And that's great. But understand that's the small minority of instances. Many, many, many more people, the much larger majority of people, are trying robotic affirmations and failing to get the results they want because they think the robotic affirmations are some kind of magic thing and that it's going to miraculously solve everything by just affirming, for, hours on end, day after day for, days, weeks, months. And what usually happens is they do not see the external changes they want. They get absolutely exhausted. They feel at loss, like they're doing something wrong. They read about these unusual success stories about people manifesting their ideal partner by robotically affirming for a couple of days, and they think, I'm doing something wrong. There's something wrong with me. They are in a social media situation where people are commenting that if you're not persisting and just robotically affirming, you're doing something wrong. They're being gaslit by a lot of those people, by those simpletons who don't understand how this shit actually works. So they feel terrible. They don't have they're no closer to their SP. They're actually maybe further away from their SP. They keep on affirming, thinking this is going to magically work if I just keep on affirming. Their belief system has not really changed. It's perhaps even gotten worse where they think subconsciously, this is not going to happen. This is not working. The law of reversed effort that Coué always talks about is in play there. And it's a fucking disaster. That's not how to manifest your SP. How to manifest your SP is to give yourself more self-love. To recognize the beauty and love and attractiveness and wonderfulness that you already are. And then to be able to look in the mirror, see that in yourself, and naturally attract it in another person. And robotic affirmations and all these other techniques can help us do that. They should help us do that. But they should not gaslight us. They should not shame us. They should not make us feel like we're doing something wrong or that we are inferior to all these, master manifestors. Fuck all that shit. People are so full of fucking baloney on social media and on YouTube when it comes to this stuff, and are so immature talking about it that it's just, this is about sustainable change in your life and feeling better. It's a massive, massive thing. And that's the point of this work, is to feel better and to have better things come into your life by feeling better, including a romantic partner and better life situations. So that's the deep work. It's not just, some silly technique or some other technique. It's doing the work on yourself lovingly, gently, and honestly to change your self-concept. So if you want to join us for the SP course, the SP and self-concept course, like I said, it starts October 17th. Information is below in the description. You can email me at info@radicalcounselor.com or just my personal email, radicalcounselor@gmail.com, if you would like to join. And until next time, remember, your self-concept is worth the work, and you are worth it.